Again. Welcome to TV. As usual, I'm your fucking host with the most. And right now we're playing Disco Elysium. Winner of some type of an award back in the day. I personally have never heard of it, and most of the people that I have been talking to have never heard of it. Which makes it further more interesting that it won a fucking award. But it's one of these RPG top-down games. We're going to do a brief overview of it. If we're going to do more, we will put this in the content, and we'll do some after darks or, early AM plays. Today is just to look at it from a glancing view, so we're just going to kind of look at it. This is the very beginning. Only thing you missed was the title screen, so... oh yeah, I lied. You missed the title screen, and then you had to pick, like, what type of person you are, like a bitch or a, whatever. But I decided to make a custom one, and that's where we're at. So we're going to have, I guess, so many points to put. You can be weak, intelligent, terrible, psyche, average, psychic, genius, motorics. Oh, okay, I get it now. Okay, so, intellect. Terrible, all the way. Alright. You can go 1 through 6. Alright, I'm gonna do something different. A B, what would you consider what would you consider my brain power, 1 through 6? Yeah, I know, right? Weak, alright, so 1 through 6. 1 being terrible, 3 being average, and 6 being a genius. 4, good, alright?
That's pretty interesting.
How emotional am I? 1 through 6. So 1 being terrible, and 6, actually 1 through 4. Excuse me, 1 through 6. Anyways.
Emotional in what way?
Emotionally intelligent.
Oh. What's it out of 6? I'd give you another, 3 or 4.
Yeah, like probably 3 then. That's because 3's average. So,
yeah,
I definitely would say average then. Alright. How strong I am, 1 through 6.
4.
4. Alright, that would be good. And my sense of how agile I am. And the thing about it is we're out of, you basically have to, do it with so many points. So let's just say, we'll reset everything, right? And you only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So you have to, split it up through 8. And so far you got, 4, 3, 3. So, how agile? 1 through whatever. Weak. If you keep everything that you have above, the highest I can go is weak.
No. You're not weak.
So I guess we're gonna have to take some off the emotionally intelligent, right?
Yeah.
Probably take 1 off.
Yeah.
And we'll go to average on motor. So it's average physique, average motor, good intellect with weak emotionals. That sounds about right.
Yeah.
Because I be screaming sometimes. Alright, cool. Weak emotions. I can take that. Alright, next. Set a skill. Oh, okay. Logic, rhetoric, drama, visual, empathy, authority, suggestions, endurance, pain, electro, shivers, half-life, hand-eye coordination, perception, reactions, interfacing, and composures. This is gonna be kind of hard.
I don't know, bro, about that one.
Yeah, it's just kind of a thing I'm looking through, just reading too. I would say something like, if we're gonna start off, well, basically what we are a 4-2-3-3.
Oh, the baby's crying. Jesus, let me see. Why? What does he need, bro?
There is nothing. Only warm primordial blackness. Your conscious ferments in it. No larger than a single grain of malt.
Oh, yeah?
You don't have to do anything anymore.
I don't?
Ever.
What? But I don't... Mommy?
Never, ever.
Never, ever, ever, ever?
Never, ever, ever, baby. An inordinate amount of time passes. It is utterly void of struggle. No ex-wives are contained within it. You got it, sweet brother. Nothing upon nothing upon nothing. Coming right up, sir. Smooth passage.
I'm so confused.
Do you really? You wouldn't like it if I told you what was back there. Why'd you think you had to bludgeon yourself into oblivion? Or did you not sense yourself marinating? Poured so much on yourself. Got a bit carried away, did we, Chef?
Bro, I am so confused right now. Okay. So...
Fear and apprehension. You should ask what's out there first.
There's this giant ball there. An evil apes. And the evil apes are juking it out on the ball. You're one of them. It's basically all just evil apes juking it out on a giant ball. Infinitesimally small. You can't even make out it's a ball when you're joking it out. It's that large. Vying for resources is just a stupid expression you picked up somewhere. The part of the presentation you want to communicate is this. You have to beat the... Yes, it is. And you drowned in that sadness a long time ago. You lost.
The sound outside. You recognize it. It's a Caprice Commander motor carriage.
What in the hell? Hey B, you ought to go see this. These games are crazy.
This fan has two chain pull switches. One ends in a tiny fan, the other in a light bulb. A truly horrific necktie has somehow attached itself to one of the blades. You reach out to grab the tie, but what's this? Diffuse, radiating chest pain. Doom comes over you. This is bad. Feels like sharp stones grinding in your chest for quite a long time. Still ongoing. Now is a good time. Finally, the pressure recedes. You find yourself covered in cold sweat and trying not to move, hoping it will keep you from dying. You hear a jingle. Keys are clinking in the pocket of your flare-cut pants. It says, whirling in rags, on the aluminium keyring. There is a single key on the ring. The number 1 is etched on it. It should open the door. The window stands broken in its frame. Cold wind blows in. The shards face outward. Whatever broke this window came from the inside. A fine web of scarring covers the back of your right hand, but none of it is recent. More likely a projectile than a held object. There are no fragments on the floor from pulling a tool back in after impact. It is too large for a bullet, yet too small for a piece of furniture. You're looking for something heavy and larger than your fist. The single green shoe you found fits the hole almost as well as your foot. It would have also been heavy enough if thrown with force. Congratulations. You smashed the window with your own shoe.
What an idiot.
Now you only have one. If you're lucky, you could still find the other one on the balcony outside. The door to it should be outside your room. A cool wind gushes in. Your toes curl up from the cold. A mirror hangs above a bent and broken sink. In a fierce discharge of masculine energy, someone has ripped half the faucet off. Hot water sprays from the base and steam covers the mirror. You cannot see yourself, just the outline of a man. Suddenly, you realize you have no memory of the face that awaits you there, underneath the soft vapor. As you slowly reach your hand towards the surface of the mirror. Abort. You clearly have not thought this through. You won't like what you see there, and you will never unbecome it. Yeah, there is definitely something wrong with it. Where to even begin? There is the bloatedness, then the swollenness. It's like there's an upholstery of alcohol underneath your skin. It's not. Your nose feels like a small balloon in the middle of your face. It hurts when you honk it. It doesn't appear to be a particularly tiny nose either. Not with all the drinks it's absorbed for you. Don't be scared. It's only your face. It's not like anyone's going to see it. It's not. Your nose feels like a small balloon in the middle of your face. It hurts when you honk it. It's not. It's swollen and snail-like, wriggling between your fingers. The window stands broken in its frame.
Hello, officer.
The young woman raises a cigarette to her lips. Her eyes are brown and her face is speckled with birthmarks. She can't be more than 28.
Officer? No. Because you're a police officer, sir. I'm not, unless you've been shitting us all this time. You've been here for 3 days, on official police business, no less. I couldn't say. In truth, so far, mostly drinking. Don't be so harsh on yourself. They let almost anyone be a police officer.
Try the expression. Come on, why are you still doing this?
Alcohol raises testosterone levels, especially in men. The levels remain elevated after inebriation ends and the pain begins. You seek comfort. It's only natural.
She puts out her cigarette. Something stirs in you as she's about to go. Call it an instinct, a need. The need to ask questions. It's like you've said the words 1,000,000 times before. She looks back at you, a light glinting off her eyes. You're a cop, Harry. It is unnatural of you not to want to ask questions.
Yes. There was the usual ruckus. Loud disco music. I couldn't say. It's impossible to hear people speaking from over here. Oh, yes. Various artists. Ostentatious orchestration prime among them.
Oh, that. Yeah. Whoa. The less said about OO, the better.
OO were huge where I come from. I was very young then, of course. Like 7. Life gets hard, but we go on. It would appear so. At around 2 o'clock, the disco stopped and there was a change of pace. A slow, sad song started playing, like organ music on repeat. That went on for quite a while. Some of the time, you were yelling along to it. That it doesn't matter anymore and that we're alone now, it was difficult to tell. The song itself was very quiet and soft, but you sounded like a winded boar, sir. It was hard to understand what you were singing on top of it.
A wounded boar.
Yes.
It's impossible to say whether she's being sarcastic or really means it.
Then you started screaming and trashed the place. No, it didn't sound like there was a fight. It sounded like someone was trashing their room. A window was smashed. The tape player, probably. The song stopped. And furniture, too. A real destructathon. There was screaming. Then I think you passed out. There was. I think you screamed that you didn't want to be this type of animal anymore. I may have misheard, but it was sort of memorable. I went out afterwards. Everything was quiet by then, around 4 or 5. And that was it. You're in a hostel, sir. We are in Revachol.
Revachol is the disgraced former capital of the world, divided into zones of control under foreign occupation. Half a century after a failed world revolution, she is central to our moment in time.
You sure look like you're from Revachol. Revachol parties.
Her accent suggests she is not from around here. She's from Aranye, another part of the world.
It's 51. The current century? Centuries don't have numbers. They have names. Civilization has existed for 8,000 years, sir. You're right. There is nothing funny about civilization. It's 51. Yeah? It's 51. Yeah? You're in a hostel, sir. We are in Revachol.
Revachol is the disgrace.
Forever and
ever and ever. Out of the corner of your eye, you see the hair on the back of your hand standing on end. It feels as though low-grade lightning is coursing through you. You must be hypersensitive from the hangover.
Glad to have been of assistance.
wait. Just don't tell me that's the Babbage that you received from your homeboy, because when I looked at the picture, I didn't know what it was until I actually, clicked on it to blow it up. Like he handing out stocks like that. Oh hell nah, bro.
Hello.
803 243 243 1530.
Hello. Hello.
243 1530.
Hello. Hello.
That's him. Tito.
Yes. Hello. Hello.
And just in case y'all have people to come in, to get this to see, somebody was buying liquor, beer, cards aren't working, so we have to go get cash. Your debit card, credit card won't work. Go get cash. Well, someone told me that the bank got hacked, but actually, yep.
There they both are. Two identical shoes, both copiously green and indiscriminately snakeskin, reunited on your feet like two baby crocodiles. It's pretty clear a normal cop is not what you are. Good, they're balanced, comfy. Feels like the only good thing about you right now, truth be told. You should pick that fat, juicy cigarette butt from the tray, light it up, and smoke the living shit out of it. Who knows what you are? A monster, a murderer, the gnome of Jeroma? You feel like a smoker, especially when you look at that juicy, succulent, seductive cigarette stub, still smoldering deliciously.
Yeah, I'm taking that.
How very astute of you. This renders it ineffectual. You should look for a whole cigarette, or better yet, an entire pack. Strike that. A carton. Make sure they're all healthy and able-bodied. Then smoke them all. Good. They'll make you stronger and better. You're too old to be cool now, but find cigarettes, smoke them, blam. Instantly a cool renegade man, a mystical red dragon with smoke rising from his nostrils. Plus, smoking them gives massive bonuses.
Alright, now. Yeah, this ain't a bad game so far.
You should totally sing karaoke here, the first chance you get. Your emotions need to be expressed. People need to know your vast.
Such an interesting game. Okay, my soul is immense.
Utterly, and it needs to be heard. Through a PA system, by other people. You should sing the sad, slow song you were listening to last night. Thought it was obvious. No, Don't sing the happy song. You have to find out how the song goes first, though. Maybe a tape of something appropriate would help. A man in his late 20s stands behind a counter, inspecting a stuffed seabird. As you approach, he gives you a sideways glance, then looks down again. That was disdain in his eyes. Even now he's purposely ignoring you. A competent work of taxidermy. The white and brown seabird lies among piles of coasters and drying mugs. One of its wings broken. The man is trying. Looks like the bird was ripped off the shield that was used to mount it, most likely on a wall. This is the great skua. The seabird is the symbol for the discovery of the Insulindian Isola, the part of the world you are in right now.
Look, your buddy is over there. Why don't you go and talk to him, okay?
He pretends not to hear you, concentrating on the bird instead. Looks like this is the great skua. The seabird is the symbol for the discovery of the Insulindian Isola.
Look, your buddy. Why don't you go and talk to him?
He pretends not to hear you, concentrating.
Oh no, you're a hero.
Could the massive property damage upstairs have anything to do with this?
Yes, you are. A real What did you not do? First you took the body down, then you solved the murder, then you didn't trash my hostel room. Maybe you even negotiated the strike. No, you see, actually, you didn't. You haven't done anything even remotely useful since you got here. No, I haven't seen you around. I'm not always here. No, I'm not the bartender. I'm the cafeteria manager. I have 3 cafeterias to manage. 3. Sylvie tends the bar here, not me. I'm only standing in. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Menu has been wet clean. The only word Monday is written on it. Doors bolted with a sign to Reese Kitchen. Sign reads Mess Hall is reserved.
Hello, sweetie. You shouldn't keep your colleague waiting.
A bespectacled man in an orange bomber jacket is tapping his foot on the floor. Looks like he's waiting for someone. As you approach, he narrows his eyes and extends his hand in greeting.
Hello, I'm Kim Kitsuragi, Lieutenant, Precinct 57. You must be from the 41st.
You realize he's waiting for your name. Concentration makes you squint your eyes. Your name should be deep gold and orange, like a forest fire looming on the horizon, but mixed with the stench of liquor rising from your breath.
Oh, wow.
You're 2 steps closer to it, but there are still many to go.
Okay then. It looks like we had a little scheduling error on Sunday. Saturday too, actually. Have you had time to talk to the manager here?
What he means is, he has been trying to meet up with you for 2 days, but you have been otherwise occupied.
If you don't mind, we should talk to him again. Ask him for a rundown of the area. Now that I'm here as well. It also wouldn't hurt to assure him the police are finally here. In full force, I mean. Have you mapped out the initial interviews? At the 57th, we like to prepare an initial list of persons of interest, and then just skim the surface. Okay, we'll have time for that after we take a look at the coroner's. Have you removed the dead body from the tree? Mm-hmm. Does that mean the body is no longer in the tree? So, the body is still...
This is the first time you detect a weariness in the lieutenant's voice. It is obvious he would...
Where it has been hanging for 7 days straight. We should go there as soon as we are done talking to the owner. I was sent here to meet a detective from Precinct 41. You have the insignia of the Citizens Militia on your sleeve and on your back. I suppose you could be impersonating him. You could have gotten the insignia from the black market or forged it. But for now, I'm going to set those possibilities aside. I'm not from the Inspectorate General.
Inspectorate General means internal affairs. What he's saying is, he's not from the rat squad and isn't supposed to suspect such things.
No need for derogatory terms. They're only doing their job. Yes. They're not just white rectangles. They bear a halogen watermark with the letters RCM and a pattern resembling the street grid of Revachol West. I would ask you to step into the headlights of my motor carriage, but again, it's none of my concern. I just need you to do your job. You mean you don't have a badge? Losing your identification card is a serious matter. My vehicle has a shortwave. You can use it to report your badge missing. I would advise you to locate it as quickly as possible. But getting the body down should still take precedence. I can see you drank last night and the night before, and that you are still drunk now. But I have seen officers go through worse. If you need something for your headache, there is a general store nearby. But as I said, the dead body should be our #1 concern. Talk to the manager. Then we go out back and take the body down. After you.
Lieutenant Kitsura.
The man with the unimpressive beard. No.
Mr. Gart, right? You run this place.
Yes.
I am Kim Kitsuragi from Precinct 57. This is an inter-district investigation, so joining me from Precinct 41...
Okay.
What? What is this? A joke to you? Is this what you get when you call the police now? This guy? We've been waiting for a week here.
Sir, I understand your concern, but we are here to do a job. And for us to do it, I need you to stay calm.
Yes, of course.
I know it took us a while to arrive at the scene, but it also took you a while to call us. It was you who placed the call, correct?
No, I only just got here. It was probably Sylvie who called you. She usually works the bar here. I'm only temporarily taking over her duties.
Do you have her number?
As a matter of fact, I do.
You said you just got here. From where? Are you a local?
What, of Martinez? No. I live in Jamrock. I only sometimes come here to keep an eye on the place. This is just one of the many, many cafeterias I manage.
But you still know your way around, yes? In case we need directions.
Prices fed.
Yeah.
I didn't imply that. Detective,
He probably means this is where you step in and ask your questions. His face expresses profound doubt in your having this.
Behind this building, there's a courtyard. They hoisted him up on a tree there. That's easy. See that door there? First you exit through that. Then, to your right, you should see a big hole in the fence. A really big one. You can get to the courtyard through there. No need for the keys. The hole is big enough for the Franco-Nigerian cavalry to fit through.
Hey Google, is it about the rain? Hey Google, is it about the rain?
Probably not. Right now in Hartsville, there's only a low chance of rain.
Interesting.
Let's go.
Not so fast. You owe me 130 real. Oh, excuse me. You owe me 130 real.
The IIR, or Inter-Isolary Real, is the global reserve currency. Whatever part of the world you're in right now, it's safe to assume he means you owe him some money.
Wow, you're a genius. Yes, that's right, money. You owe this establishment 130 real. Let's see. 3 nights
Yeah.
at a tariff of 20 real comes to 60 real. Then there's the window you annihilated. The hole in the window was the first thing I saw
Probably
when I came
not.
to work. So don't try to tell me you didn't.
Alright.
That will be
Well,
40 real in damages.
but
Another thing you've annihilated is half the bar. You've run a tab of 30 real. Actually, more, but we'll round it down to 30 for your hard work maintaining the stability and order of Revachol. That's 60 plus 40 plus 30 equals 130 real. And yes, real is still money. What are you, a philosopher? Money is what grown-up people use to pay for things. Things like this hostel room, or 8 bottles of potent blend, and 9 packs of Royal Extra. We use it for everything, really.
go ahead and bring him, yeah. Thank you.
For survival, to pay me. Unless you want to become a hobo. Do you want to become a hobo? There's nowhere else to stay in Martinez, and it's a cold spring outside. Money doesn't make you happy, but it lets you be unhappy for a while longer. If you run out of money, you die. It's like that for all of us. Me too. That's why I need you to pay me. I'm not an asshole. Are you serious? From your work? I don't know. You can take bribes, I guess. I'm sorry. I don't think cops can take bribes.
Some do take recompense, but only to survive.
Yes, it is. No, you see, that's 40 cents. Cents are a form of currency 100 times smaller than the real. I'm not even going to take this. Come back when you have 130 real. Yes. It is.
Isn't it evil? The order of magnitude between what is asked of...
It does, doesn't it?
There's a shuffle of nylon as Lieutenant Kitsuragi looks for something in the pockets of his orange bomber.
Let's see. Another thing you've annihilated is half the bar. You've run a tab of 30. I'm sorry, but he has to pay. I can't let him stay here any longer if he doesn't. If he doesn't have the money by tonight, then...
Officer, maybe you're better off working this from home for now. You live in Jamrock, right? It's not that far away. Officer, you really need to take this up with your station. I have a shortwave radio in my car. Call them, ask for assistance. We have to get this investigation started now.
Good luck.
By the way, where is home? The address is coming up blank, and this place sure isn't it. But you've been at this hostel cafeteria for only 3 nights. Where were you before? You had to be somewhere. Why did you say that?
No. But isn't that an expression, not a place? A saying, up on Marvel Hill, a great high place, one that is impossible to climb back to.
That doesn't sound like somewhere you can stay if you run out of money. You can try. Run some addresses in your head when you get the time.
Hello again, sweetie. I see you've met up.
The lieutenant nods. Wait, who's Sweetie?
Why, you are, officer. You're a handsome man, officer, with your mustache and your chiseled jaw and that silly dimple on your chin. Love can be cruel, sweetie. Love can be cruel. You must forgive me. I'm getting so scatterbrained. I'm Lena. My husband Morel and I are staying with our friend Gary just down the...
This Lena is wacky enough for the motley crew. Hire her on the spot.
Oh, sweetie, I heard your conversation with the manager about your financial troubles. When do you get your next paycheck?
Try to force a tear out of your duct. Really rip into the whole emotional aggression thing.
Officer, get a hold of yourself, please.
Sweetie, I'm sorry, but I think you need more help than I can give you.
You must be joking. Although our pay does sometimes feel like a joke.
It's not easy to assert your right to a decent living wage when you don't have a strong union behind you.
Interesting idea. This Everard sounds powerful. Maybe you can wrangle some coins out of his pocket.
You must be joking. Although our...
It's not...
Interesting idea. This Everard sounds powerful. Maybe you can...
You must be...
It's not...
Interesting idea. Interesting idea. Interesting idea.
You must be joking.
It's not...
Interesting idea.
You must be...
It's...
Interesting idea.
Oh, no, I'm so sorry I don't have money for you. If there's anything else I can do for you, just ask. Yes, officer. You look rather dazed. Like a stunned fox. But surely things can't be that bad. You know where we are, right? That's right. In a hostel called the Whirling in Rags, to be precise.
Well.
Yes, and yes, great. See, we're getting how I. Speaking of history, you know what year it is, yes? That's right, dear. How splendid.
Her relief is palpable.
I can tell that this is taxing for you, so I'll just ask one more question. What regime are we living under? What mode of government? Actually, we are not. You could say that about... Nope.
Meaning, buying is voting.
Oh dear. And you were doing so well. But we should stop for today, sweetie. You look like you need...
She's scared now. She's realized you really are brain damaged.
You were doing quite well up until the end there. It does look like you're having trouble remembering things. History and places. Remembering reality in...
A sigh. The lieutenant buries his nose.
But maybe a fresh set of eyes is what the world needs. And while I'm no doctor, such bouts of amnesia are often temporary, so I wouldn't worry too much.
Damn.
You were doing quite well up...
A sigh. The lieutenant buries his nose.
But maybe a fresh set of eyes is what the world needs. And while I'm no doctor, someone more
No. I'm...
Of course. Then I don't know. Someone rich, maybe? Wealthy people are educated. Though I don't know where you would find a wealthy person in Martinez. Yes, dear. I'm a paraplegic.
A paraplegic is someone with limited or no ability to use the lower half of their body. Paraplegia is caused by spinal cord injuries, like falling from a great height, or a grenade explosion.
No, dear. I'm not quite that old. Although I was injured in the line of duty. Nothing so glamorous, dear. Though when I
Damn,
was
bro,
younger,
that
I
shit's
dreamt of
going
planting
down.
a Revacholian flag on some figurative peak.
Mommy, I'm scared. Mommy? Mommy? Get your nuts out! Get your nuts out!
I was a training and development manager. You'd think it would be a safe job, but I was lucky. This was almost 20 years ago, and I was compensated exceptionally well. One can only dream of such payoffs nowadays. That's quite all right. I'm used to people asking questions. I know they're thinking about it anyway. Of course, dear.
Yes?
The RCM in Martinez. What can I help you with? We don't see a lot of police around here, that's all. Of course. What can I help you with? Of course. Where to? What do you mean? Yes, sir. District of Martinez. This intersection is called Roundabout North.
He knows where we are. He just wants directions.
There's the pier, the Cape Side apartment buildings, some more tenements, the harbor gates, some kind of commotion. Oh, that's right there.
She's relieved someone has come for it, finally.
It's there. In the yard, right through the hole in the fence. No problem. Excuse me? Oh, well, I didn't write it there. I'm just sitting here. Okay. Me? I am just a gardener. I'm working. I have a greenhouse in the yard there. I've been trying to get... Well, as you already know, there's a corpse there, hanging from a tree.
Don't worry, miss. We are here to clean it up. You can...
Thank you. My head is about to explode from all the salts I've had to inhale. Of course.
A simple little cadence. He seems to be making it up as he goes.
You sure are, my man. It's the jam, my man. It's a traffic jam for the ages. Harbor gates up the street are shut tight. No explanation given. Workers on strike. Meanwhile, we're all stuck here in long-haul limbo for days upon days upon days. Upon days. Feels like forever. Like I was born on this here roundabout and this was all I ever knew. Just me and the metal and the tires, the oil and the fumes and mazout. Yeah, imagine. It's been a whole week already. So tell me, what do you need? Nope, don't smoke. Some of the other drivers do, though. There's still a few around, waiting for the jam to disperse.
Yup, nothing wrong with that statement. Your senses have nothing to add. You'll have to ask around elsewhere.
You could also check the kiosk down the street. Frit. With 3 T's. Rebishaw's weird. It's like, whatever's going on over at the docks. Workers got a blockade set up, making demands, no way in or out. Some pretty wild stuff, I hear. Like a giant new power crane in half the company? I forget what exactly. I've heard talk there's a company rep in town, too.
Ah, yes, from the Wild Pines. We'll meet her soon enough, I'm sure.
They want to keep that money flowing in, my...
He doesn't blame them, but he's not on their side. That's for sure.
Some pretty wild stuff, I hear. Like a giant new power crane in half the company. I've heard talk there's a company...
Ah, yes, from the Wild Pines.
Anything else? Yeah, us lorry drivers. You still hang around here waiting for this mess to end. Not my thing. Chasing...
What's better than chasing transient pleasures? The more transient, the better. When one's ended, you can get onto the next one.
He ain't one of us drivers. I know that.
It's easy to see he's telling the truth. He's kept his nose out of the dark stuff.
Analyzing the fundamental structural and psychological conditions of being stranded in the midst of a sea of motor lorries and their sad, despondent chauffeurs. Nothing. I'm just messing with you, man. Don't mind my idle verbosity. Oh, high-grade narcotics, illegal firearms, stuff like that.
Really?
Relax. He's merely joking.
Ha! No, I'm joking, my man. Found runs a nice, clean business. This haul of cargo is mostly sporting goods. You know, tracksuits and that. They usually get shipped to Grodd and the Occident. Though we've been making headway in the Il Moran market lately. This rockin' beauty. Sure is. Like a rash you can't get rid of.
A motor lorry, also called a camion, on Caillou and neighboring islands. This one looks roughed up enough to be some sort of found rust bucket. Maybe.
Good eye, my man. Yup, she's an old one, but reliable. Me and her spent a long time together. We're pals and all, but I can't just freely hand out the merchandise. The bosses won't be happy.
The man taps his fingers rhythmically against his arm.
Don't be a stranger.
An old monument stands in the middle of the traffic island, pointing toward the sea. It looks as if it's been reassembled piece by piece. A silver plaque on the statue's pedestal reads, "I am Philip III, the Squanderer, the greatest of the Philippian kings of Revachol." Even by the standards of the Philippian kings, old sumptuous Philip was known for his... Well, he blew through the whole national treasury, starting the decline of one of the penultimate century's greatest superpower. His own maladministration foreshadowed the fall of the monarchy during the anti-centennial revolution, and stories have it that he had his bedroom converted into a treasure chamber, where he called it the Sol Aurum. It was obscene. There were whispers he slept on a huge pile of gold-dipped feathers, like some obese dragon, instead of a bed, like a normal person. But wait, you haven't even heard about his fabled cocaine addiction. You see, old Philippe wasn't just good at squandering the national treasury on gold and ceremonial weaponry, he was also a prodigious snorter of nose candy. Not just any nose candy.
The best.
We're talking real Philippian blood, allegedly twice as potent as the stuff you find nowadays. And purple. Philippian cocaine was purple.
Purple?
That's what the revolutionaries said 150 years later, right before they emptied out the royal mausoleum and dumped His Majesty's mortal remains in the Elysium Bay. Cocaine. His Majesty's courtiers said it helped him connect with the higher realms. Beneath the cold waters of the Elysium Bay, throned the original, most historians think that some years ago, the statue is supposed to capture the moment it was blown apart, like an instant frozen in time, a rare butterfly trapped in amber, floating on a sea of shit. People in Martinez, Philip III, the Squanderer, however, with his bronze face up in the air, doesn't seem concerned about not that he ever did in life either. A silver plaque on the statue. The small, wrinkled woman does not greet you. She nods along to something on her rate. The photo, an ambrotype from the turn of the century, as golden as her smile. No response wherever this woman is. You're...
Wait. She's just a distracted old woman. Why? I just told you why.
Oh, yeah. Oh, wow, too.
Protein shake, peanut butter chocolate chip.
Thank you so much. I'll put that one in the freezer and drink my smoothie now. Oh, thank you. Yeah, it's bad. Ow! Yes. Almost lost power there.
Welcome to Revachol.
Don't you welcome to Revachol me. My grandfather came here from a 3,000-year-old racist isolationist culture, while your ancestors came to this island a mere 300 years ago. Every school of thought and government has failed in this city, but I love it nonetheless. It belongs to me as much as it belongs to you. It's men like you who keep Revachol divided, making it that much harder for everyone to...
What he means is, fixation on the Revacholian nation makes it harder for Revachol to actually attain self-determination.
Oh, come on, man. I just said, welcome to Revachol. It's a lorry driver.
I know exactly what you meant. You think my kind... But you see, I'm an officer of the RC...
Silence. Your partner needs backup. Now's your moment to shine.
Whatever you say, officers. No.
He's got a smoke right there, in his fucking hand. Snatch that shit out of his fat fingers. You need it after listening to his garbage.
Can't have it. Evidence of what? I haven't done anything. I bet. Sorry I couldn't be of any help. Oh, not much anymore. I'm here to pick up some cargo, but the dock workers are on strike, so... the strike? Oh, they've been... Apples.
Apples is exactly the kind of thing you'd say if you had something to hide.
Yeah, apples? I take it you had other questions? It's about biological determinism, natural law, the sorting. Not the most popular topic nowadays, with the coalition in charge and all. You might want to change the topic. That is, bury your head under the sand like common sheep. I'm not the only one. Look, I've read books. The science of racial theory has all been proved, even if some people don't want to accept it. People who've studied these things say that you and me are superior by design. So, naturally, we Occidentals should be in charge.
Obviously, you can see the merits in that. So, lately we Occidentals have experienced an unfortunate downturn when members of the superior race cease to believe in their innate superior. The problem? The damn keeps are...
Cultural victory? What is this then?
It's what the keeps of Boogie Street are going for, right under our noses. And the others too, it's true. Also, you need to realize the dangers of mixing races. Who knows what might happen if people don't stay in their birthplace? You might end up with a new sub-race, with unknown characteristics, leading to extra competition. That's why you've got to... Don't push your luck, Grunt.
You see several packaged raincoats fill a low shelf beneath a display of croissants and juice bottles. The raincoats are transparent, except for the big Fritta slogan on the back.
What is what? It's a raincoat. If you want to buy one, then it's only 4 real. Welcome to Frit. Feel free to look around or something. Everything is out on the shelves.
What's that magazine she's reading?
You mean this? This is Pop Stars. It's got, like, famous people in it. It's not for sale.
Looks like it also has something called Police de la Mode, featured on page 34. This speaks to you.
It's where they rate different outfits famous people wear. It's kind of funny. They're kind of mean. It's about who's the most stylish. No. I don't like it. I hate it.
We are not the fashion police. We're the real police.
I don't know. Frit? I think they think that the extra T makes it funkier. It doesn't.
The story goes that normal Fritta, with 2 T's, a men's workwear shop in Vredefort, was already taken. So when Fritta Retail Inc. grew into a multinational corporation, they had to add an extra letter to avoid trademark infringement.
I don't know. Frit? A 7 to 11 grocery store? I think they think that the extra T makes it...
The story goes that normal Fritta, with 2 T's, a men's work...
Okay. I'm not really supposed to be chatting to anyone, but... Reality? You mean, what reality?
She is like a student unexpectedly called upon by a teacher. Can she answer the classroom question?
I don't really know anything. I mean, I'm 15. Yeah, that's why I'm working. So I guess, like, that's economic. I don't know. What about it? We're in Frit? As mankind, or as a nation?
What will her essay prompt be?
We're in a transition. You know, transitioning from monarchy to democracy, all that stuff. Our government? Or do you mean something else? Sorry, I really need to finish this article.
With my GameStop.
Uh-oh.
Oh, and in case you weren't aware, somebody was using their SBC card over the weekend at a liquor store. So they got hacked. They gained access to SBC. All the cards were shut down. And I got to get another new card. But the fraud department at SBC caught it, so nobody was in danger. I found that out at a clothing store. So I had to go to the bank, get cash, because I still had to go to Walmart, get me some food, get some drinks.
Damn.
So,
Let's see what we got here. No. Okay, there we go. Yeah.
Cool. I don't really know anything. I mean, I know it's there, but I haven't seen it, so... Not really. No. I didn't know him at all. I don't know, really long. I don't...
No need to worry. It's just standard procedure for us to ask around.
Okay. Uh-huh.
A small cabinet on the wall is filled with various medicine bottles. Their logo is the bloodless rose, pure white, untouched by harm.
Just ask me if you need anything from St. Baptiste. We don't stock prescription meds, but we do have Nosafed, Duramine, Magnesium, and Hypnogamma. I don't know. Let's see. Nosafed is a nasal spray. Duramine is a really good painkiller. Magnesium is a dietary supplement. Hypnogamma is... I don't really know what Hypnogamma is. I guess it makes you feel less shit. It's recommended to use after lots of partying, studying, or exercising. Uh-huh. St. Baptiste, you know, the pharmaceuticals company. St. Baptiste Pharmaceuticals, the what?
She is right. Saint Baptiste, the company, derives its name from Saint Baptiste, the city. Itself so named because that's what it is. A rare case where that really is the full etymological history. As far as almost anyone knows, at least.
Okay, here. I hope St. Baptiste makes you feel better or something.
Good to me. Great. No! Game's okay so far. It's open-ended. I do like the style of the game. It's definitely different. I've been playing it very slow. Kind of, I haven't really figured out much, advance-wise, but it seems to be pretty easy. A lot of reading, or a lot of listening. Ah.
The tear machine stands in the corner. A sign says, 1 bottle equals 10 cents.
Hmm? Oh, that's the tear machine. It's a machine for tear. You know, you find tear outside, like bottles or whatever, and put it in the machine, then it gives you money. You need a bag, I guess. We used to have some, but we gave them all out, so...
Fuck.
Feel free to use it if you find a bag, though. I'm sure there are some out there.
A lorry stuck in the traffic jam. This big, heavy Grad-made machine is well kept for such an old machine. The windows are clear. They've been recently washed. You can see a lorryman's cabin with personal belongings, stickers, insignia. The driver has adorned his space with a substantial collection of peculiar paraphernalia. Proclamations about honor, strength, and purity are glued to various panels. The back end of the cabin has a small perch to sleep, large ashtrays. There are several suns and wheels sewn into the curtains. A book with ragged edges catches your notice. The front cover features a large, muscular man. The title reads, Man from Elmdale.
Racist nationalist paraphernalia. Not unusual in this part of town. This is our guy. Likely, yes. This guy's proud of who he is. Drapes it all over his machine.
have a right to work. Hold up and stay frosty, everyone. Cops are here.
You here to fuck with us? Beat the honest worker down.
We're here to fight for a cause. Stripes usually have problems with people who have causes. Good. We're fighting for a cause here. Besides, we're not that different. It helps if people see us talking, cops and strikebreakers together. Shows authorities are on our side. Builds confidence. Rights of people. Right.
His manner of speaking is wooden, the tone of voice bland and uninspired, almost as if compiling replies from a set of learned phrases.
Rights of people. Rights of...
His manner of speaking is wooden, the tone of voice bland and uninspired.
Might be time. I don't trust cops, but I can see you understand the... Maybe you should ask them the question. We have families.
So do we, Scott.
When a bunch of ungrateful, lazy cockroach beats me, they mumble.
There's something odd in the way he carries himself. His set of clothing his shirt is far too small and an unpleasantly tight fit. He ignores your question. Silence is the answer. There's something off here, but he won't say what.
Have fun. Union shits are on full strike. Don't think they're going to let you through the gates. I'm trying. I know nothing about a murder. Wouldn't put it past these harbor bugs. Right to work! It's shameful. Cops doing nothing. You should bring backup. Open up the gates for us. Blockading gainful employment for workers is a crime.
We are not picking a side in this just yet, sir.
Pity. Let us work! Honest men came here to...
I have a question. Why...
You think they follow because I'm...
You've been talking to him for quite a while now. Something is off with this guy. Ask him where he's from.
We were promised work. We'd be in there, working, if the bastards hadn't shut the gates. Main gate's locked. Would take heavy ordnance to bust it open. And try to get in through the secretary's office. Door's locked. The guard's blocking the way to the access panel. And I don't mean the scrawny mess punk either. I mean head measurer. Or whatever he is. Huge Seminese guy standing up there on the overhead passage. Won't let anyone by. The access panel. Bad. Standing on a narrow bridge. I don't know how the Union has a trained killer up there. But that one's no joke. And my men are tired. Why don't you go arrest them instead?
It would be better for the neighborhood if you went home. At least for now. If you can't get in anyway.
No. They will give up eventually. What's it to you? Am I a suspect? Done no crimes. I only fight for the rights of people. We're all workers, right? Workers stick together. Came from the eminent domain. Worked at Territorial. Ring a bell? Uh-huh. It was a long time ago.
Scab?
You're hazy on the notion of a scab. Smells like politics, though. Maybe it's got something to do with the flask he reaches for from time to time.
A kind of a worm, content with mere survival. They come, they want to do our job for shittier pay, screwing over both themselves and us. Everybody loses. Beats me. Gotta be bloody stupid. Personally, I'd rather beg than scab. If we've explained the matter.
Big guy. He means the leader of the scabs.
A kind of a worm. Bit gotta be personally. We've explained.
Big guy. He means the leader of the scabs.
A kind of a worm. Beats me. Somewhere in the ground, I think. Gotta be bloody stupid. Personally, I'd rather beg than scam. Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. These scam... I was just messing with... Imagine. Speaking of, what brings the RCM here? To the Wild North? Come to see the strife? Sure thing, my friend. I can help you out.
The coin lands into your hand as if it has always belonged there. The swallow returns.
Always glad to help out the RCM. Shame I can't do more. Things are meager at the moment due to... You know, the winter's fat is slowly running out and all. Still better than scabbing though. Nothing to worry about, really. The jam's a bit of a mess, cargo. Aye, you lost me there, Honcho. But it's okay as long as you're not as sorry at... Murder, huh? That sounds like a lot of hard work. You'd never see me investigating a murder.
And there we go. Hey, what's up?
What up, bro?
I don't believe you. Post L'Aventurier said the same thing. They tried to get me to be their postman. So fun, so easy, they said. It wasn't. I'm doing much better here at the harbor. Being an honest union man with a lot of free time on his hands.
Word.
How's that game been going?
It's alright. It's pretty cool, different.
Murder, huh? That sounds like a lot of hard work. You'd never see. Probably not. I wouldn't even know where to start with that. My friend, I respect the right to roam. I don't operate in that capacity.
If it's so simple, why did the scab leader warn you of the guards?
Aye. Walk. Yeah, then press the... Then go past him again. And you enter the arbor through the office. Don't worry, I'm sure it's not... Or you could convert to his Semini supremacist worldview. Or... Not yet, no. He's... Not yet, no. Jean-Luc himself would say the philosophy is... Sure,